then I run into another problem. Eventually, those two problems come together and solve each other, which is kind of weird to me, but that's how it happens. So it's like I've become more patient, but I still get to the point where it's like I'm pulling my hair out and I want to give up, but it happens like that sometimes.
Great, thanks. So how would you say exploring computer science has impacted you personally?
Well, like you said, computer science for me was a gateway. Before computer science, I wasn't into engineering. I wasn't into programming. But ever since I took the course, everything started to open up to me. Like now I'm doing a robotics program at my school, and I just took a trip out to Washington, D.C. to visit the ASME Day, 2012. And I went to the seminar, and I met a lot of people from different schools that might actually become partnership schools with the program that we're running. The program is called Porpoise, Robotics with a Purpose, and it's a program sponsored by the Office of Naval Research. And what we're doing is we're taking one program called the Sea Perch and another program called Robo-Boat and putting them together to make a curriculum for high school students. Now, Sea Perch is a project for middle school students and college students. What the middle schoolers do is they build the submarine, they modify it with about $20, that's the limit, and they send it into a competition. What the college students do is MIT came up with a sensor suite board which allows you to put light sensors, depth sensors, temperature sensors, salinity sensors, and things of that matter, so you can send it down, you collect data on what type of water it is, how acidic the solution is, and if there are any dangerous chemicals, and you're able to analyze it and come up with a solution. So we kind of thought it wasn't fair because, you know, you have the middle schoolers doing something, you have the college students doing something, but then you have nothing for high schoolers. So what we're doing is we're taking the two programs, putting them together, and making it into an actual year-long course. So what we'll be doing is taking the Sea Perch and the Robo-Boat, which is a surface robot, and we're creating the same concept that Bob Ballard did with the Nautilus and the Hercules. They'll travel as one vessel, then they'll get to a certain point. The surface boat will drop the submarine underwater, and the submarine will go on a mission, come back up, dock to the boat, and they move us from one vessel to another location. Now, originally everything ran wireless with wires, sorry. And we kind of thought it was weird because, you know, if you're going to send something underwater, you don't want to be at the surface controlling it with a remote control, and you have this 50-meter wire going down, and then something gets snagged and your submarine is lost. So now what we've done is we've hacked into the controllers, and we're yeah, they don't like me saying that, but that's we hacked into the controllers of the robot, and now we're sending everything wireless signals from either my laptop or one of the coordinators' laptops. We have two, they're running off of smart chips called Arduino boards. And with that Arduino board, we have another board which is called an XB, which is a transceiver. So we have one connected to the Arduino, which is the boat's brain, and then we have an XB connected to my computer. So we send one signal from my computer to the boat, it runs its mission, it's done, we get the information back, and we send another signal, and so on and so forth. And I wouldn't be doing any of this now if I never took the computer science course in the first place. So, it's a gateway.
So, is that the after-school program that you started at your school? Because you got involved in a club that you actually created after doing a summer program at UCLA, right?
Oh, yeah. The UCLA program was running off of a 10-year non-renewable grant. Sadly, the year that I did it this past summer was the last summer for the grant. So what Jane did was she started a whole new grant, which gave high schools the opportunity to have an after-school club. So what myself and Jahira, the female student that was supposed to be here with me, we started the club. We kept the same name, Mobilize Corp. And what it is it's an ECS club for that students who are not taking the course right now can take after school. And what we did over the summer at UCLA was we created our own applications for Android phones. And a lot of the applications didn't get finished because, you know, there was such a short time, and there were so many bugs to work out with the coding language that we were using. But what we're doing now is with the club and with the class, they'll collaborate together. So now you have all these kids that are taking the class and they're starting on their phone applications. Then you have an after-school program that's doing the exact same thing. So that's one club that we started from ECS. Then at the same time, Dr. Eula, the principal at my school, had brought in the guys from the robotics program. And so now we started that program, and eventually we'll have both programs working together, because with the program at UCLA making the applications for the phones, we're going to make our own application so that you can send the signals from your phone to the robots.
Yeah, and so the summer program that he's describing is the Center for Embedded Network Sensing. It had to close because they ended their 10-year grant with the National Science Foundation, but it's run by Deborah Estrin, who does this thing called participatory sensing, where people in the community can design their own apps to do community research or to sense, participate. They created a Summer Scholars program for high school students that takes place at UCLA. Was it 6 weeks?
It was 8 weeks.
8 weeks. And so a lot of our exploring computer science students ended up applying to it and then going to it. So using money was one of them. So very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're going to have time for more questions for all of us at the end. But